Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be going over everything you need to know to help raise your Behemoth Fawnling. First, you'll need to complete the new story event to gain access to the Warmfur area. Once you've completed it, then you'll get access to the new area. So if you're not near the Behemoth Fawnling or the area, you can always head over to your map, and it's right near the Forest of Slumber. You can use this little tree icon, so it's called Memory Sprout, and you can use it to teleport to your Fawnling. If that's not there, then just use the Forest of Slumber, and then you'll be able to walk on over to your Fawnling as well. All right, so we have our baby behemoth, and let's go ahead and name them. So you can walk up to them and press raise, and then you're going to see the Warmfur profile that just gives you some information about the behemoth itself. So the first time you've met, the starting weight, the bonded behemoth, and then the guardian, which would be us. So this here is where you're going to be able to name your Fawnling. So I'm going to name mine Momo Jr. So we have Momo Jr. We can press confirm, and then keep in mind that you cannot change the name for this Fawnling later, but don't worry, we are able to raise up to 50 Fawnlings. So if you don't like this name and you want to name it something else, you can just name your next Fawnling that name. So don't stress out too much. So go ahead and press yes. And there we go. So this page is where we're going to do most of our activities. So up here in the top left corner, this is the profile picture for the Fawnling. It gives us the age, so 1 out of 16 months. So basically what we're doing is we're raising the Fawnling from age 1 to 16 months. And it's 16 months in the game, not 16 months real life. So don't stress out. In case you were stressed out, don't stress. And then under specialty is where its personality or attributes are going to be. So as you raise the attributes for your Fawnling, it's going to get like little personality traits here that you'll be able to see. And then right here is your Behemoth Archive. So this is where all of your past behemoths are going to be located. So my past one is Chub, for my cat Chub Chub. This was my first one here. I had already reunited with the behemoth, so then I was able to get Momo Jr. And then you are still able to call and play if you want to. And then you can also put click here. This gives like the information. So these are the personality traits that I mentioned earlier. So like art connoisseur, clingy expert. We have some memories here, some total stats, some growth memories. So we can just go through that if you would like. Also have this here, which is the ending. So yeah, I'm not going to show you that just in case. I don't want to spoil anything, but there are 35 total endings for the behemoth. So super cool. So that is the recorder journal here. And then we have the energy and mood. So energy and mood are really important. It's how you're able to get the behemoth to basically do anything around the Warmfur area. And so I will go over different ways that you can increase the energy and mood as we go through the different lists here. Next, we have our stats. So basically, the stats are how your how your behemoth is going to get its personality. So there are 4 different stats. There's strength, intellect, emotion, and curiosity. As we go around, we will increase it. And then that's how it gets its like different little personality traits. And then you can click on it here. And then as you level it up, you will get what's called a growth mark. We'll talk about growth marks in just a moment. So if you see it shining here, you can just claim them. These are important. They're pretty fun too. So we'll talk about the shop in just a moment. So for your stats, I just want to mention that you gain more points each attribute to earn growth marks. So you have a C starting off. So you start off with 100, then you go to 200, 500, 600, then you head over to B, and then you move your way all the way to S when you have 2,000 of the attribute points, and then you get 300 of the growth marks. So you gain 1,000 points in each attribute to earn excellent trait, which upgrades to outstanding trait at 2,000 points. Only the special trait of the highest attribute applies. And so excellent traits are 1,000, outstanding traits are 2,000. What they mean by that is to get the stat to 1,000 or 2,000. So that's when you're going to see that S mark here. Right now, my behemoth is still very low. They haven't hit 5,000 yet. So they're still at that C level. So they would be roughly around here. We want to get them all the way to here. Next, we have the affinity level. So basically, this is how much your behemoth likes you, to put it simply. So as you go through the growth period with your Fawnling, you're going to go through the different levels of the affinity. So for the first 10, you're going to get first time rewards, which includes a hat, a pair of shoes, if this would scroll, a pair of pants, and a shirt. And there's also this title as well. So these are only first time rewards. After that, for your second behemoth, you're just going to get these growth marks, which is kind of cool because like they give you a lot here. And you'll see why it's cool in, again, just a moment. And then we have the Heartfelt Notes. So think of this kind of like your behemoth's diary in a way. So as you raise the affinity level, the behemoth is going to write little like blurbs or stories about things that it's done or how it's felt. They're kind of cool to read. Definitely check that out as your infinity level increases, and it goes up to 10 here. So, all right. So next we're going to head into the Warmfur Wishes. It's this little icon down here. So when you open it, you're going to see a bunch of like tasks that your behemoth wants to do. There are ongoing wishes and timed wishes. So ongoing wishes are things that the behemoth wants to eventually get to. These are more of like long-term goals, whereas the timed wishes are short-term goals that it wants to do. I don't have any right now because I just got a new baby Fawnling, so they are not asking for any timed wishes, but you will see them here. It's going to look similar to this here, but they're going to be things that you can do immediately, whereas these are your long-term goals that it eventually wants to hit. And then you get some rewards for it. So there's affinity points as well as the growth marks. Then we have the bonding time. So bonding time is just as it sounds. It's how you're able to bond with the behemoth. So we have two options. There is head pats and there's hugs. As you see, the hug is opened at affinity level 5. I have mine locked at the moment, but I was able to do it before. And it gives you mood points as well as affinity points. So once you have level 5 unlocked, I recommend doing this one because it gives you more for the affinity points. But I mean, either one, it's only 10 more, but totally up to you. And you can only do it once per month. So just keep that in mind. If you're wondering why you're not able to do it, it's probably why. So you'll probably just check here and see if that says a 0 or a 1. All right, so now we're going to move into the feeding time. So the feeding time shows all of your Fawnling's information at the top here. Then you have your energy and your mood. So the main dish is going to help out with your energy. I've already done it this month, so I'm not going to be able to get more energy points. But if I didn't do it, you'd see that there's energy points here as well. And then for the main dish, we also have flavor essence. So flavor essence basically just gives you some more stats that your behemoth can get. So for example, we can get emotion plus 10, there's strength plus 10, there's curiosity plus 35, emotion plus 35, intellect plus 35, and so on and so forth. So you can add these to the main dish to give your Fawnling just a little bit more of a boost on their attributes. And then we also have these snacks here. So the snacks are going to help out with the mood. So if you just need a little bit of a mood boost, you can feed your Fawnling a snack. And again, you can only do it once per month where it gives you the actual energy or mood boost here. If you do it again and it's not a new month, it's not going to give you that boost. So just keep that in mind. And then you also, of course, get affinity points as you see here. And then it tells you how much the Fawnling needs. So mine's 50 out of 50, but if it was 0 out of 50, I have to choose items that equaled up to 50. And as your Fawnling gets older, it will eat more food. All right, so now we're gonna move into the memory shop. So it's just right up here. This is where you can use your growth marks to purchase fun items for your behemoth. So we have fun toys. When you unlock these, it unlocks the corresponding companion events for that period. So if you do get another behemoth after this one here, you will have to unlock them again. And then we have behemoth dress up. So this is where you can buy fun accessories for your behemoth. You don't have to repurchase these. You can use these accessories through all your behemoths. Once you purchase them, you don't have to do it again. And then we have flavor essence. So this is what I was talking about earlier when we were feeding the behemoth. This is where you can purchase all of them. And then we have the miscellaneous items. So there's memory dew, some blings, threads, and more memory dew. All right, and next we're going to look at this little book here. So basically, this is your Behemoth Compendium. This is where you're going to be able to look back at all of your endings. I only have one so far, but you will be able to collect them as you go. And there are 35 different endings, and we are able to raise 50 behemoths. So you should be able to collect all of the endings. And then once you get a full collection, you'll be able to get more of the growth marks. So then we have this icon here, and this is your forest tales. These are basically rewards for things that you have done with the behemoth. So for example, after the grown-up behemoth departs, reunite with it 5 times, and then you'll get growth marks. And then we also have rewards for obtaining a certain amount of growth marks. So as you see here, there's a few of them. So we have like 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 25,000, 30, and so on and so forth. So definitely check this out for some rewards. And then next we have this heart icon here. So this just brings us to our affinity again, along with the heartfelt notes. So we talked about this before, not too much else here other than that. And then we also have this collar icon here. So when you click on it, it brings you to your behemoth's dress up area. So this is where you can put on and take off the different decorations. You can zoom in and out. You can't rotate the behemoth around. But if you want to remove this and just see your behemoth, you can click this eye icon here. So that's basically it. This is just where you can dress them up and put them in different things and make them look really cute. So next up we have the facilities. It's this icon down here. When you click on it, it is a map of your location. So here are the different sections, and then it tells you what they're used for. So the bed is good for energy. This is good for mood. The mushroom is good for curiosity. The climbing frame is good for emotion. The swaying ball is good for strength. And then the last one here, the wobbly pot, is good for intellect. So after you have interacted with them at least one time, you will be able to come here and skip the interaction. So normally you would bring your behemoth over to the area and get them to interact with it over there. But once you've already done it and you want to skip that, you can just come here, click on one of them, press skip, and then press play. And so this will actually skip the whole thing, but you'll still get the full rewards for it. Okay, so let's say your behemoth hasn't interacted with one of them yet. So I have the bathtub here, and the behemoth has not yet interacted with it. So what you're going to do is you're going to use the recorder button. So it's just down here, and it's going to summon the behemoth over to you. So it should be running. Yeah, you can see it running down the stairs towards me. If it doesn't, yeah, if it gets stuck or if it doesn't come right away, just use the recorder again, or even going like a bit closer to it sometimes helps. Yeah, there we go. See, sometimes I get stuck, so don't stress out. Just use it a few times and you'll be okay. And then once it's near you, you're just going to press the invite button, and then you can go ahead and press play, and the behemoth will do its thing. For this one, it'll hop into the bath, but the other ones have different interactions with it as well. So you can go ahead and do that. It's so cute while it's just playing around in the bath. It's actually a really cute interaction. I think it's adorable. So once it's done, I'm just going to go back into that area, so the facilities, and now you can see that the skip button is now available. So instead of needing to call your little fondling around everywhere, it does make it a lot easier, because sometimes running back and forth and just pressing the recorder button and then running like over here and then having to press the recorder and having the Fawnling get stuck. It can be a little bit much, I would say. But if you like doing it, there's nothing stopping you. You can 100% still do it this way. But if you rather just go in here, that's what the facility section's for. It just makes it a bit easier for you. It's a bit quicker. So next we're going to be looking into the daily schedule. Each month, the Fawnling can be scheduled for 4 events. So we'll see them here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can choose from the growth events or the companion events. So up here's the growth events. This is the companion events. So the growth events will take away at mood from the Fawnling, whereas the companion events will give back mood points for the Fawnling. So I recommend always adding in at least 1 companion mood event to make sure that your Fawnling's mood does not hit 0. If you hit 0 while you go through the daily schedule, then you'll lose points in that area. So instead of it giving you points in, let's say, strength, it will actually reduce it. So we definitely want to make sure that the mood stays up as we're doing this. There are 4 different sections. So these are the 4 attributes. There is strength, there's intellect, emotion, and curiosity. So in each of the sections, it has a specialty. So there are 2 specialties that you can unlock. So as you'll see the 2 stars in each one that you're able to unlock. To unlock it, you're going to want to get this bar fully to max. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to hit maybe one of the companion mood events just to make sure that our Fawnling doesn't fall beneath a certain mood level and that we're not losing any of the emotion points. So once you've gone ahead and selected your schedule, so keep in mind you can actually even choose different ones as well. So you can go like 1 in each if you want, or you can do maybe just all of 1, or you can do all of 1 plus a companion event. It's totally up to you. This is what's going to give your Fawnling its personality, its attributes, its specialties. It's going to help the Fawnling grow and give it its personality, basically. So once you've chosen what you want, you can then press confirm, and then it will ask you again if this is what you want for your daily schedule. You can go ahead and press confirm again, and then you're brought to this page here. So there are 7 different sections, and then sometimes we have a special growth pop-up that will happen. So I'm hoping that it happens here so I can show you guys as we're going. Perfect. So right now we have a pop-up. So we have a bunch of different choices, and a few of them are still locked because my Fawnling is still level 1, but we can go ahead and choose one of them. So it says crying shawl deer. The Behemoth Fawnling encountered a crying injured shawl deer fawn in the forest. So this is, you're choosing what the behemoth does, and based off of that, it's going to get attribute points. So you can read them, and then it's going to tell you the success rate. So you can choose whichever one you want. Keep in mind the bottom one is usually going to take away mood points. So that could be a problem if you're super low mood. You don't want to go below 0. Once you hit 0, then you're going to start losing points at 70, 80%. So it is a lot of points that you're going to be losing. And then you could see the success rate. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose this one. And then they're going to keep on going and doing their thing. So you see here we have some mood points back. And now they're going to be taking a nap. So we have this here, sleeping together, awakened from a nightmare, the Behemoth Fawnling cuddled with Nikki for the first time. So you can choose let the Behemoth Fawnling be alone in the second half of the night. You lose some mood points for this, but you gain curiosity. Or you can say Nikki accompanied the Behemoth Fawnling all night. So you gain emotion and affection points here. So it's totally up to you how you want to raise your behemoth. There really is no right and wrong way. We're just trying to get those endings. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this one because my last behemoth was quite emotional. So I'm going to try to avoid that for this behemoth. Even though I did lose a mood point, I should still be okay. And we just got it back, so that's perfect. And then when you come back, you're going to notice that your behemoth has gone up by a month. You can check out your stats. So since I did select all strength, my strength has gone up quite a bit. We can go in here. We can see the strength and the different attributes here. So they're all still at C, but I can claim rewards for strength since I did reach the next tier. One thing to mention is that when you do come back, your behemoth will be hungry, so they will want to eat right away. It does reset, and then they are quite upset. So I just clicked on them, and then Nikki will start playing the flute for them, or the recorder for them, sorry. And now they're happy again. You can head over to your Warmfur Wishes, and then we claim some, and then there's some more there. So after you have sent your first adult behemoth off and you want to get another one. So what you're going to do is you're going to press the button down here, just right here, and it's going to open up the recorder journal. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to call the behemoth to play. So this will reunite you with your behemoth. So they should be here soon. All right, so then it goes through everything. Super sweet treasured items. Oh my gosh, this is so stinking sweet. So you could definitely give that a read. It's, oh my gosh, this is so sad. But then you end it. So then after you're reuniting with your Behemoth Fawnling, select the welcome a new companion in the recorder journal. So what we're gonna do is we are going to go ahead and do that. So you can head to the designated area and press X to blow on the recorder, calling a new Behemoth Fawnling to Warmfur home. So we are going to go over to the area. You can tell with the paw here. There you are. Hello. All right. So we're going to press this, open her up, and then you'll see that it says receive a new friend. So you can go ahead and press receive a new friend. And then I'm just going to go ahead and, oh, actually we can put some stats here. So let's go ahead and that's fine. Perfect. Perfect. So we're calling the new baby behemoth. All right, here we are. We are now getting our new baby behemoth fawnling. Oh my gosh, look at them. So cute. And there we go. Well, guys, that is everything for today's video. If it did help you out, please consider liking and subscribing for more Infinity Nikki news and guides. And I hope you have tons of fun with your baby fawnling and raising them. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.